visions of this new sin world. It is all that just you. When you realize that I'm
Oh yeah, I was muted. Uh yeah, look on Spotify. Their stuff's a bit harder to find on YouTube. You kind of got to dig, and there's quite a bit of live videos. But what is going down, Scott? There's kind of a bit of live videos for Asleep on YouTube, but I feel like not full videos of songs, so you don't get a true vibe of like these whole songs. I don't remember what the name of their first album was. It's the one that I bought. I actually did not know of this band. What I was saying right before I found out that I was muted. Um, the second band that I played was Mushroomhead before we started the stream. Um, One of Mushroomhead's singers, J Man, from Mushroomhead is from Cleveland, Ohio. He had a record label in Cleveland. He might still have it. It is called Fractured Transmitter, and Asleep was signed to his label. I They never really made it beyond that. I don't know what ever happened to the band, but crazy enough, when J Man quit Mushroomhead in the kind of 2000s ish era. I don't remember exactly what year, to be honest with you. I know that he came back in 2013, but he quit the band for a couple years. Actually, it was quite a few years. He did a benefit show in Cleveland for his dad, who was in really bad health. I think he had passed at that point, but he was in really bad health for quite some time. And Asleep opened for J Man, and J Man played songs from all of the bands that he was in Cleveland, including some Mushroomhead songs. But yeah, it was one of the best shows that I've ever been to in my life. And yeah, I had never heard of Sleep before. I saw them live, and I left with their CD and a T-shirt. I was beyond stoked to find that band. Let me see here, buddy. Let's see if I can't. Oh boy, yeah. Oh, actually, they weren't from Kent, Ohio. They were from Youngstown. The CD that I had, Bill, is called "All These Things We'll Never Need." I think it might be on Amazon. Dude, it's a solid album. I'll check on Amazon. All these things we'll never need is what the album was called. Yeah, yeah. The CD is on Amazon, and the whole album you can buy MP3 on Amazon. Hold on, Wild Bill. Let me. I'll hit you with a link, dude. Uh, there you are. Boom, boom, boom. There you go, bud. That's the Amazon link. Their CD is $8.04, or you can buy the MP3s for 99 cents, bro. if you're looking for, and honestly, that song that you heard what is probably like one of their heavier songs. They're a kind of more soft experimental rock band. Their guitar player is absolutely fucking crazy, dude. He had all kinds of weird contraptions when I saw them live, and they have a hell of a keyboard player. Again, I don't know what happened to the dudes, but yeah, they were from Youngstown, Ohio, and honestly, dude, if there was a band from Ohio that I could have supported, I always did, especially if it was music that I really liked, man. I tell a lot of people I don't really have a love for Mushroomhead anymore. I have a love for their older music. I have a love for the nostalgia of Mushroomhead, but they were local legends. You know, like they're a household name now. If you say Mushroomhead in any kind of metal community, most people at least know the name. But yeah, in the late '90s, early 2000s, they were just playing the Cleveland scene. Yeah, but both great bands in their time. I would say that both bands also maybe a little before their time. I feel earlier Mushroomhead music. I think the reason why I loved Mushroomhead the way that I did was I really loved Faith No More and their sound. And Mushroomhead just reminded me of like a bit heavier Faith No More, and they were super experimental like that. Like their music just was all over the place, but it was really well put together at the same time. I don't know. Can you still get the older stuff? Yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, Bill, I'm buying their vinyls right now. Yeah, I'm buying Mushroomhead's vinyls right now. I have another one on the way. It was their third album. I have their second album on vinyl. Um, and I would say, listen, if you really want the full Mushroomhead experience, and I even was a fan, in their mid 2000s days. I just loved Mushroomhead's sound. There was something about J Man and Jeffrey Nothing, and even when J Man left the band and Waylon joined, Waylon is in his own band now, doing his own thing. Bane, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Waylon, I just told somebody else, I think it was yesterday, in a comment on Facebook, that Waylon was a dude when he came into the band. I had such a love for Mushroomhead. They were my first tattoo. They were the first band that I really found myself like just absolutely obsessed with. Um, when Waylon came in, I was skeptical of Waylon joining the band, and I saw their first Halloween show with Waylon, and he blew it the fuck out of the water live, and I just had nothing but mad respect for the dude. He's a hell of a singer. He actually brought something a bit different to Mushroomhead. Um, and yeah, but those Mushroomhead early albums, you can still get them kind of easily obtained. Dane, you have to get down, my dude. But yeah, I was even kind of a little worried when I got their second album on vinyl that it wasn't gonna be what I thought it was gonna be. Like the pressing of it, you know what I mean? And man, that album sounds so good on vinyl. But it was an album that I found when I was 14 years old, and dude, they just I don't I was already kind of into alternative and metal type music at 12, 13, 14. I was raised on Black Sabbath and Ozzy, dude. So, it was only a matter of time before I would become a kind of a metalhead. I listen to, like, Bill. I listen to kind of a wide array of music. And a lot of people talk about Mushroomhead's live show now, and I was just at a party a couple weekends ago where somebody that was there, her and I hadn't seen each other since we were teenagers, and she was always a big Mushroomhead fan, so we started talking about Mushroomhead, and she had seen them kind of not more recently, but more recent than I had, and she was like, their shows are great, but bro, old Mushroomhead shows, there's no way to describe those shows, dude. The only way that I can describe those shows was the first time I saw Sebedemic in a small environment where the owner of the club just didn't give a fuck what you did as long as you weren't doing something stupid. Super cool, laid back atmosphere. That is the only time I've experienced what I used to experience at old Mushroomhead shows. But yeah, guys, we kind of got completely off subject of what we're doing today, and we are returning back to Alan Wake. Mushroomhead's first album is just self-titled. It has a really weird tie-dyed looking, like, old '90s fucking Windows font. I That's the only way I can describe it, dude. You'll know it as soon as you see it. It says Mushroom Head, and it's in like this weird '90s computer font, and the front cover is like purple, and it's like all like it's very like tie dye ish. It's crazy, dude. That album is, maybe for me it was the time that I heard it, and it was like just perfect to me. But man, I don't know. I would love to know your opinion on it going into it, listening to Mushroomhead for the first time. Their self-titled album is a lot more experimental than most of their other shit. I would say it's really hard to say what my favorite album is because I love a lot of their shit. I just don't like anything past The Righteous and The Butterfly. It's all garbage, dude. They just sound like any other fucking modern band now. But the first three albums are the ones that are always going to be super important to me. However, well, their fourth album, I guess, would be Double X, which is, in my opinion, it's just the greatest hits of the first three albums. And they're I guess, produced, would be, yeah, wow, $200. Yeah, oh, those OG vinyls, Bill, are super expensive. However, I'm not paying that price for them. I'll shoot you a link to the website that I am buying them off of right now, and their most expensive one is $43, and that's because it's a double LP. So Their first three albums are all $20 on vinyl. Their represses, the $200 one that you're seeing is probably an original pressing. Those are they did not release a whole lot of those. That's way before they ever hit, like, I guess you could say mainstream. Although I wouldn't consider Mushroomhead even these days. They're not like a super famous band. Yeah, $20 and $43, and that's what I was getting to. Their most expensive album on the website that I'm buying them from is $43, and it is their what I would consider their fourth album. If you're listening to Mushroomhead, you can, unless you are looking for higher production sounding shit, or better production sounding shit, you can listen to Double X, but it's really just a greatest hits of those first three albums, in my opinion. But their fourth album is called 13. It's the Roman numeral X and then three I's. That album, bro, is like a time machine for me. Mushroomhead will always remind me of the winter time in Ohio. I don't know why. I could never explain it. Maybe it's because a lot of the times that I saw them live was in the winter, but 13 reminds me so much of the winter time in Ohio. And 13 is a fucking incredible album, and it's the last album for kind of a lot of people in the band. Well, no, maybe not. I think their bass player went on with them one more album. Yeah. They lost J-Man after 13, and that's when Waylon joined the band. Yeah, Save Your Sorrow is the album after 13, and it is the first album with Waylon. And again, I would say all throughout a good listen, way worth owning. Those are Righteous and the Butterfly and Save Your Sorrow, Bill. You can get both of those albums off of Amazon for like $15 to $18, dude, and they're way worth owning on vinyl. Both albums are good albums. I would not steer you in the wrong direction, buddy. They're very different from the first three albums, but and they're kind of a mix between their first three albums and 13, if that makes any sense. Yeah, those are worth buying, Bill. Both of the, but stay away from It's a Wonderful Life, and I don't know what their new album is called. It's something Devil, say the name, or Devil, or I. Bro. I listened to one song off of it, and I was already like, yeah, this sounds like people trying to be Mushroomhead. The only original member at this point is the drummer, and he is also the reason why there's nobody left in the band. I did a whole podcast episode about Mushroomhead. I might have actually done two. I probably could have done two. If I haven't done a second one, I probably could. Those are worth buying, Bill. I don't know. Again, they're staples for me because I'm from Ohio and I always supported local metal music. I grew up going to shows, man. I the first time I went to a show, I think I was 14, and I just loved going to local metal shows in Cleveland and Lorain, and I've been to shows in Elyria, dude, all over Columbus, all over Akron. I just always supported local music that I love, dude. And if even if it wasn't, he said, I'm always looking for new stuff that I've never heard before. Well, Mushroomhead is very different. They have two singers, kind of a soft singer that has a voice that I cannot even describe, Bill. Jeffrey Nothing's voice is very specific to him. Like you can hear him and go, okay, that's Jeffrey Nothing. You're never gonna hear another dude. I've never heard another singer that he has this very eerie, soft voice, and also kind of very 80s thrash metal, like almost like Judas Priesty at times, especially that early album. He has a song on there called Elevation, and it's just Jeffrey Nothing and the rest of the band. And it sounds very 80s thrash metal-y vocal wise, but he just has a voice that's super distinct. And then J-Man was their other singer. J-Man is not in the band anymore, and hasn't been since COVID pretty much. But J-Man is their kind of harsher vocals, and also he rapped vocals and shit. There were I I feel I get, and I've told Sev before. Sev reminds me kind of a mix of like Mushroomhead, Marilyn Manson. There's a lot of influences that I hear in, or music that I hear from Sev. And maybe I know he was influenced by Manson, but I don't know so much about Mushroomhead. But he always gave me that vibe. But yeah, way worth checking out, dude. If you're looking for new music, like I said, Bill, Mushroomhead self-titled all the way up to the Righteous and the Butterfly is way worth owning, my dude. Actually, hold on. I will before we start this game. I know I've been talking for probably 20 minutes now, but whatevs. I will get you the link to where I've been buying their vinyls. Um, and it's a legit website. Again, I wouldn't send you no bullshit, dude. Double X is also that Double X album is also $43, and you probably would wonder why it's $43, but 43 is a significant number to Mushroomhead. But Double X again, I don't know. I would stay away from it personally, just because it's a just unless you want those first three albums all over again, the best off of those first three albums all over again. Um, Now, Bill, I will have to say, you kind of got to do some searching through this website, but it's all just Mushroomhead merch. Um, let's see here, buddy. I'll hit you with this link real quick. Boom. You kind of have to do some searching, but I think you can literally just go over to the search bar and type in vinyl, and it literally, I'm doing it right now. Let's see. Yeah, has all their vinyl. And then down at the bottom, it has older entries. The first three albums, though, it's self titled Super Buick and then M3. I just ordered M3. I already have Super Buick. The next one that I will be purchasing is going to be 13, because there's not too many copies of that left. Um, and he said it's cool. I can look for other stuff on there too. Yeah, dude, I've ordered this is twice now that I've ordered from there, and you can pretty much get anything that you want off of there. I should preface that I have never really been a fan of. They had an album with Waylon and Jeffrey Nothing as singers, called "Beautiful Music for Ugly Children." I think it's called. I was never a huge fan of that album, but I am going to go back and re-listen to that shit. All right, guys. I'm not gonna keep talking everybody's heads off here. We are just gonna get to Alan Wake and rock and roll, dudes. But yeah, Bill, I would say 100% sure if you didn't want to spend a bunch of money, if you didn't want to spend a bunch of money on their music, those first three albums are the ones that I would tell you drop money on those ones first. And if you had to buy one album after that, I'm always going to say 13. But I do love Save Your Sorrow. And I like a decent amount of songs off of um, The Righteous and the Butterfly. That is an album that I do plan on buying the vinyl of. It's not out of all those albums that I named. It's not my favorite out of all those, but it's still one that I am gonna own. So I would still say if you're like again, if you're interested in buying their vinyl, just buy those first three albums on vinyl. Um, 13, Save Your Sorrow, and Beautiful, or Righteous and the Butterfly. All right, guys, let me transition this here. Yeah, man, they're different music, but I can tell you right now, dude, that band was everything from the time that I first heard them when I was 14 till, wow, mid to late 2000s. Like I said, that was when I first was deciding what my first tattoo was gonna be. It literally was like a no-brainer. It was just immediately like Mushroom Head logo. And dude, I could, if you ever wanted any type of knowledge on that band, I could talk about Mushroom Head for days, especially those earlier shows, earlier members. Um, I've met some of their members. I've been in the same room with multiple of them, numerous times. They were a band that, early days of them, you could catch them at the bar at their shows and just sitting there smoking or having a drink or something, and they would sit there and talk to you like you were a regular person. They were super cool dudes. But there are a few of them that are dicks. All right, dudes.
Previously on Alan Wake.
Here we go.
I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
Alan, shh, baby. It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan.
Wow.
Just let go.
I felt groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. So sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Now, why don't you come with me? We'll reacquaint you with my clinic and go over everything you might have forgotten. Little walk and some fresh air? Yes, it will do you good. This corridor is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity as a part of the recovery process here at Cauldron Lake Lodge. I specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control if we work together. This way, Alan. Now, Alan, from past experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario.
Alice is dead, guys.
Your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped, and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I wasn't ready for another shot, so I went along with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's all in your head. You've been making it up. Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically. I never get tired of this view. Very inspiring, isn't it?
Cauldron Lake spread below us. I could see Mirror Peak on the other side of the lake. I thought I could make out the spot where Diver's Isle had been when I arrived with Alice. Now there was nothing but waves.
It seems there's a storm coming.
I don't know,
I don't
Bill.
recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
But as you can see,
Alan
Cauldron
Allen
Lake
telling
isn't
whisper
there.
news. Right
Or,
now, we're in
not
control.
Cauldron Lake, the
Every
Diver's
time you
Isle, like he
relapse,
was
it gets
saying.
more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprising, considering your profession. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him
After
talk.
all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you out
voice.
of the world
His
you've
words echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug
do
my
it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You
focused.
need to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Now, here's the entrance to the office wing. That's for staff only. You were impressed by my trophies when you first arrived here. I do love to hunt. The great outdoors, man versus nature. It's wonderful stuff.
Pretty damn wonderful, yeah.
Scary, scary, scary.
Emerson.
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
Please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay, sorry. Ew.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him, I'm happy to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike. Ooh,
It's
yeah.
trash, of course, but it does involve
get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Oh, hello. I've painted you.
Okay.
I was just struck by inspiration a couple of days ago. Dr. Hartman wanted me to paint landscapes, and that's what I was doing. But now I've been doing these things, a lot of them. The images just keep coming. Dr. Hartman likes them. He has them in his office.
Yeah?
He's very proud of me. He says I'm getting much better. I think I'm getting better.
Come, Alan, this way. Now, you might have noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy. As soon as you feel up to it, you should continue.
My rheumatism's killing me.
Oh, these dudes
There's a
from
storm
the
coming. Oh, what a storm!
these dudes were from the restaurant
Place off the face of the earth.
Night Springs.
And these two are the Anderson brothers, Odin and Thor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard. They even adopted new first names to complete the image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby. They are, well, in advanced stages of dementia. They're well cared for, TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Oh, that won't do. I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Zane! You're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him, don't we, bro? He's got to go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Tom, you got any booze on you?
Zane could feel the poems, taking form, shaping things. As he experimented, he imagined he could almost feel the power surging through the keys of the typewriter. It exhilarated him. But there was fear, too. If not for his young assistant Emil, he would have given it up. But Emil convinced him otherwise. He too had a way with words.
No.
We
Sorry,
have a
guys.
stash of the special stuff at the farm. Our own formula. Local ingredients. Medicine. Clears your head right up. Makes you remember like moonbeams on the brain.
Oh, I just noticed. Leather patches on the elbows? That's not very rock and roll.
Tom just lost is all. Baba Yaga got to him too, the damn witch.
She used us all. Taken from all.
So, if you haven't realized, which I just did,
And my ravens.
they keep calling him Tom.
What were they?
And they said Zane.
She took something from you too, didn't she?
So they think
We're better
that he
off.
is Thomas Zane,
Place like it gives you power.
the writer Thomas Zane, and the dude that stayed at the dude that stayed at Diver's Isle when he said it volcanoed and it took it out. All right, so I have to return to my room.
Yeah, good thing he's not overreacting or anything.
Well, he's the boss.
I may need a hand here later on, Birch. The storm's bound to make you-know-who jumpy. You know how they get.
Gotcha. The doc's got me looking after Wake here, but holler if they get too rowdy.
I'll do that, Birch.
Hey, Wake, why don't you humor Dr. Hartman and give the writing a shot, huh? Typewriter's in your room. You can get to your room by those stairs, Wake.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think that there's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else
What
is
is
blurry.
this?
I'm trapped in this cabin, Have been for days, but it's
a QR
always
code.
dark outside.
Hold on.
My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true. Hartman wanted me to write. I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
That's weird. That is weird, dude. Yeah, I scanned it. It's one of those little GIFs, like it keeps repeating, and it says constipation. That looks painful. But I think it just takes you to the website. Because it's Alan Wake website. And it's the dude that played Max Payne from the original Max Payne series on PC and console.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake uncontrollably.
Everybody, calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
I don't know.
Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir, witch. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak.
There's a Night Springs video game and an Xbox 360.
Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
I just want to check these places out before I...
Taking it. We're on a comeback tour, baby.
Is locked and that door is locked.
Hartman had mentioned that the power had been acting up. Maybe that was the reason for the generator and the work light on the balcony. The generator hadn't been activated, and there was no key. Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. "Hey, Hartman, where's Al?" Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled.
That is cool, Bill.
Cracked his hand on Barry's shoulder. Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. And if she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office from Sinclair. I had to get to Hartman's office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made of the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake. What would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes. And I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording. Hartman wasn't happy. Mott could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan.
Let me out of here! Hartman, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy quack ass to shreds! Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in? I am famous. I represent a celebrity.
Barry?
Tell me.
Ow! About time! Barry, man, am I glad to see you.
We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Find a way out. Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach. Possessed bookshelves out of my way.
That it was the flare in here. I think I'm gonna have to use the flare to get another episode of Night Springs. Maybe not. Mustang Drift. Must have been a game. In
Want access to
Verizon.
thousands of applications? Verizon Wireless has you covered. Check out the latest games. Discover new music and old favorites. Social networking, sports scores, news. It's all at your fingertips. No matter what you're into, Verizon Wireless can satisfy your never-ending appetite for apps. Check out VCast apps and load up your phone.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front, and he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people
Commercials,
did
bro.
anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Fucking insane, man. boy.
I'm here! I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al! Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Jeez. Yep, we got our flashlight, dude. Oh boy, a fucking maze. Here we go, Bill. Don't trust email. Well, that's probably good to know, I would assume.
I stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area, surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
This is crazy, man. Good.
We don't want any fighting. It makes people
I gotta deal with him and birds. Wow. Didn't mean to do that. I should have saved that flare. Got our shotgun back and a manuscript page.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver. Oh. Wow. For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded. Email made Tom do it. What? Made Tom do what? Thomas Zane is who they're talking about.
Oh. I saw that little arrow too. We're gonna go this way. Flare gun. Yeah, but this time we're gonna make sure we switch back to the pistol so I just don't waste flare gun ammo. The old Ric Flair gun. When I go up here, because it looks like there's a page up here. Yeah.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he'd had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
This is getting crazier, dude. Oh, what the fuck? Barry? Yeah.
Ow! You're alive! Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry!
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry! I'll find it! Don't worry about it!
Oh, God.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Jeez. Wow. Yeah, there's two big dudes. Maybe three big dudes.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Jeez. I don't think I should stay stationary here. I think that's I get killed. I'm gonna try to run to the right.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Shit. Oh shit. Oh my. Wow, bro. It's just timing everything, man. Some of these dudes like just swing at you right after somebody else does, so it's like lining up everything. And he got two shots there. There we go. Jeez. Wow.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Oh shit. Boom. Out the way, motherfucker. Oh shit. Oh my. Wow, dude. This is bad. This is making me look shitty, dude. I gotta get past this.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it!
Oh boy. 2 hits right off the rip. Wow, man.
Hurry up, Barry!
I'm on it! I'm on it!
Got it.
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest.
turn this
You're
light
now
on.
leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, How can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out! Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall. Al, there's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great! Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al! I'll be waiting!
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al! I'm not staying here! It's suicide! I'm going to the farm! I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area! You can catch up! Don't worry about it! I'm on the case!
Now he's a Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
This shit is nuts, Bill. Good. Jeez. Damn.
Now he's a Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Yeah, man, I don't have a flashlight. this for a manuscript page.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears. Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through. Agent Nightingale stared at the passed-out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Oh shit.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy
There we
without
go,
a weapon
Bill.
was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Trust no one in the dark. Huh. Let's go this way. Oh shit. Oh god. Shit. Oh my god. Wow.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
I need to get that fucking generator on, dude. Oh boy. Jesus. Oh my. There's a light there too. You just gotta run.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Take a breather here.
Omega 3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Oh man, that's fucking brutal, dude.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
I was right there, bro.
Omega 3 fatty acids are good for your heart.
Wow.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead.
This is ridiculous,
without
dude.
a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
My only other option is keep them at bay with a flashlight, but even then, I have no batteries right now. I picked these up. I don't know how many it gives me. 2. You can't kill him, Bill. You can only stop him with a flashlight temporarily. Huh?
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Wow, that was crazy, dude. Making sure I got everything. Huh?
The
car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Wow.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit.
Yeah,
He
no
was the one
shit.
who'd been placing the pages on my path. The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Oh boy. Whoa. Bro, they throw all kinds of shit at you in this game.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Oh shit.
could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Let me guess. Danny, huh? The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast. If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I'd made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Stay away from my daughter!
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al, notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This is stuff! Hold on!
Jeez, right when it blew up. Jeez, this is gonna be crazy, Bill.
I'm glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Al, hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on! Yes! Here we go!
Oh, shit. Wow, dude.
I'm so glad
I didn't even get the chance to get the shotgun. We're gonna do that right
Shut
now.
up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff.
What the fuck? There we go.
Barry Wheeler to the rescue! Oh,
Wow, dude. Wow, this is insane.
That was awesome!
Bright Falls, rock and roll capital of America.
Yeah, that was crazy, Bill.
This way to the farm! See, bestseller? No reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'm sunk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al? They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
The fuck? I forgot all this shit down here.
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night Springs.
Oh.
Man,
Night Springs.
memories. Hey, remember when I got you that gig? Your first real writing job. What got you started? Was this one of your episodes?
In Night Springs. Tonight's episode. The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh...
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Yeah, Bill, this flashlight that I got now is insane.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Crazy dude. Hey, dude. Hey, you're being obnoxious. Please, Bane.
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Jeez. That went and got food. What is going down, Scott? Yeah, it's getting crazy, bro. You missed a bunch of shit. A good one. Oh, shit. Man.
More of you?
Wow. Yeah, that's how it's been going. There's a lot of them over here by this truck when they... There we go. Nice. Oh, I can walk them into those. Yeah. Holy shit, bro.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Be careful, Al!
Yeah, getting a bunch of ammo, that means we're gearing up for something. Yeah.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah.
Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff. Which concerns an ongoing investigation.
We can't talk about that, Thornton.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
I knew it. I knew it. What the fuck? That was fucking ridiculous, dude. Gave me hunting rifle ammo, but no hunting rifle. Not that I really need it, but...
Got to be kidding me.
Wow.
Al? Is that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man. I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al. Looks pretty heavy. Ah! Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this thing.
Old gods know the truth. Making sure we're not missing anything. All right.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box. You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin.
Sounds like the
flashlight in my
sewer.
hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Did you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light?
We all float down
What's
here.
her face? The crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
That's how you reshape
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights
Yeah,
off.
Phil, they're still sleeping with their eyes wide open.
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crashed car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No. I wrote it.
I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish. To interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Holy shit, dudes.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a light to the words the poet used.
That shit is crazy, dude. Hold on, dudes.
Previously on Alan Wake, under the influence of...
All right. Yeah, but if you heard Bill, he said that lady used him to write her into the story more, like basically give her more power, to make her more powerful. That's pretty fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, pretty crazy, dudes. You said this game is crazy. Yeah, Scott, it is fucking nuts, dude. Yeah, it is nuts, man. And it just gets crazier and crazier. He said, by the way, I like your background. Yeah, it's the new one, Bill. It's the new one, man. It's the new one. But yeah, dudes, appreciate you guys stopping in. I am going to pretty much call it there, and the next time we play will most likely be Sunday, and we're going to put a bit more hours in Sunday. We're on, I believe, episode 5 now. So, you said fits the season. Yep. Got to, dude. Got to. But yeah, we'll leave it there, dudes. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next ones. We should be finishing it up in not maybe the next. Yeah, he said it is the season. Scott said, yeah, for sure. Can't wait until the next one. It's the season all year long. Yeah. Yeah, dudes. And this story, man, I don't remember the ending, but it's just getting crazier. I don't even remember all this. But yeah. Bill said, have a good one, Prox, and everyone. This was great. Thank you, dude. It's been crazy to me, man. Yeah, I will see you dudes in the next one. Peace.